It was exciting for a few moments. Then the long, wet wait on Sunday became the long, wet wait on Monday. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cheryl Adams.
And I'm Steve Rogie. For the second straight day, rain washes out the Indy 500, but not before we got at least a little action on the track. And our sports director, Ray DeLessio, joins us now with highlights of, boy, how many laps did we get out there today, Ray?
You know, I'm remaining positive throughout this whole thing because I've stayed dry. Steve, on the other hand, has been, you look like a drenched rat.
I'm going out to buy socks tomorrow.
It's been great. I do feel kind of sorry for you. How you doing, folks? I tell you what, if you got tomorrow off and you're looking for something to do, got a great idea for you. By now, it is the talk of the sporting world once again. The Indy 500 postponed due to dangerous floodwaters on the track. However, they did manage to get in 15 laps today. Not a very good start on the warm-up laps. Stefan Gregoire, Alfonso Giafoni, and Kenny Brack. The entire fifth row taken out on that crash. All the finger pointing in the direction of Kenny Brack. And on the restart, pole sitter Ari Leindyke made Tony Stewart a bit mad with this move. Stewart felt Ari was pitching him a bit too far up towards the wall. More on that later in the show. Finally, after 15 laps, officials pulled out the red flag. Too wet to drive, so they will run it again tomorrow. The green flag drops at 11 a.m. The checkered flag, however, we do not know when that will drop. That could be any day now.
So long as the flags are the only thing to drop tomorrow.
Exactly. We have a whole bunch more coming up later in sports.
All right. Thank you, Ray.
Okay.
Well, needless to say, the greatest spectacle in racing wasn't so great today.
Or yesterday, but Fox News at 10, Sarah Frayden reports it did get off to a good start and a quick finish.
Anxious, weather's good, butterflies and nervous energy, which is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Finally, the 81st running of the Indianapolis 500 is underway. But 15 laps after drivers take the green flag, fans are back where they started, under their umbrellas.
You really can't control the elements. You just got to go with it. And we got our ponchos with cold beer. We'll be right here.
It's the enthusiasm of the crowd, the spectators. Everybody stays. It's a good time.
Well, not everybody stays. In fact, a lot of unhappy people headed straight for the exit again.
I'm cold and wet.
Yesterday we sat in the car. So today we come in, we're fighting this rain.
Because we're cold and wet, and I don't have any vision, peripheral vision here. So that's a good reason to go home.
While they trudged out, most fans promised they would be back to try again. But now it was time for fans to start racing home.
It's over. Stick a fork in it. It's done.
Sarah Frayden, Fox News at 10.
The rain is not only frustrating for fans, it's also frustrating for some vendors. According to Speedway policy, the snack stands can't sell beer on race weekend, but they are selling a lot of hot chocolate. Many souvenir stands are profiting from the extended race weekend, but all of this rain has washed out a lot of the foul weather supplies.
Well, if I had more rain gear, it would help a lot. But, umbrellas, that kind of stuff, we're all out of.
I bet. Ticket scalpers at the track take it on the chin.
They say rain delays are bad for business. Instead of selling $65 tickets for $100, several scalpers are stuck with tickets they can't sell at all. Most are selling for half price or even less.
Well, let me see. I got $50 seats here. Man, hopefully, I might don't get no more than 15, lowest 10. And maybe even 5.
If you need a ticket for the race, you might want to buy now. It is a buyer's market. If you think the rain was bad, how about the race fans who came to party and ended up in jail? At least 186 people were locked up over the weekend at or near the racetrack. Many face the usual charges of being drunk and disorderly conduct. That forced some of the suspects' best friends to scrape up the money for bail instead of enjoying Memorial Day.
Well, we spent all last night at the jailhouse trying to find out where he was. Now we're spending all day here at the courthouse when we're supposed to be home with our families.
One man says he spent his last $100 to bail out his buddy, and now he fears they don't have gas money to drive home.
And if they're driving home, they're probably driving home in the rain, because that's all we've had.
That's for sure. Windshield wipers needed.
Yep. Actually, for the Indianapolis 500, This is the third time that the Indianapolis 500 has been postponed 2 days or more. The first time was back in 1915, the second time back in 1973, and now today we are looking at the third forecast of this season for the Indianapolis 500. Tomorrow morning, pretty cold, 48 degrees to start out your day. Throughout the entire day, plenty of clouds, and there is still another chance of a shower. We'll tell you more about that in a little while, but I also want to tell you that there are some school closings in the Speedway area. We'll show you those in a minute, but as a note, IPS is open. We've had tons of calls on IPS. IPS is open tomorrow. Otherwise, the Speedway schools will have in a little bit. Cheryl and Steve?
All right, thank you, Melissa.
Well, more like the 4th of July than Memorial Day in St. Louis.
Trailers filled with fireworks materials go up in flames.
And is Indy burning its chances to be a sports center? Some important events should take place this week, but first, here are those school closings.
I'm going bowling.
Yeah, she just checked in. We got it.
Sharon, you chose this over me?
It's not about you, Charlie. It's about fish.
She's got a point.
Fish and more. Sometimes nothing else will do. Long John Silver's, the meal you've been missing.
Full speed ahead. Got it.
Ever notice how some companies stay on course, no matter what the pace?
It helps to have the right crew.
With Sprint, you'll find new ideas, and people will work with you one-on-one.
Has the data network cut production time?
Sure, now our designers collaborate online.
How about your suppliers?
Tokyo's online now. We're right on schedule.
Count on your Sprint team to keep your business moving forward.
Gail, you ready for a test drive?
Let's go for it.
We help your business do more business. Call Sprint Business.
Weatherbeater protects the great American home of John Paul Jones from New England's harsh extremes. It protects the home of Buffalo Bill from searing summer heat. And now you can protect your home with the most durable Weatherbeater ever. Sears Weatherbeater, guaranteed for 20 years. And at Sears' low price, there's no better way to protect your home.
Next time I paint this house, you'll be out of college.
20-year Weatherbeater, exclusively at Sears.
Got a 30-year-old car? I do. But Ziebart keeps it looking like new. So even if I drive around a bunch of jokers who spill things, it's no crime. Ziebart's professional 4-hour cleaning service can restore your car's appearance inside and out. Your car and Ziebart, one dynamic duo.
Save on Ziebart's professional cleaning services, only $89.95.
For over 35 years, Ziebart, survival gear for cars.
And no matter what happens, it's going to be difficult for Indianapolis to competitively retain the Pacers and the Colts.
Will Indy continue to be a sports town, or is downtown on its way to becoming a ghost town?
City leaders believe it depends on what happens during separate closed-door meetings this week, meetings that could help determine the future of local big league sports. Will the Colts continue to play in Indianapolis? There are more talks between league officials Jim Irsay and city leaders scheduled for this Wednesday.
But if the legislation doesn't pass, there will be no negotiations because there's nothing that we have to negotiate.
With the legislature still deadlocked on funding for a new Pacers arena and remodeling the RCA Dome, city leaders say their hands are tied.
If the legislature stays deadlocked and if the governor can't break it, then the convention center will be substantially diminished, the Colts will be gone, and the Pacers will be gone, and the related downtown restaurant business will be eroded.
And I'd love for him to stay here. I really would. But I don't like this blackmail that's going on now, you know, with them saying, we're out of here if you don't build us a $175 million arena or give us a better lease.
Jack Miller and the group Alliance for Democracy has been protesting the way the city and the state are going about discussions for a new arena. They believe a decision should come after the taxpayers vote.
In some other cities, they're able to vote on whether they want a new arena or a new stadium. Columbus, Ohio is one. We don't have the right to vote on these things in Indianapolis because our politicians are bought and paid for.
And the irony is that